Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and today I would like to share a little unboxing with you guys. Now this package is coming from White Mountain Knives, and I'm pretty excited for this, mainly because of the color, not so much the opening mechanism. It's a button lock, and honestly, I think I'm probably done with button locks for the remainder of the year. They've just been kind of leaving a bad taste in my mouth, but this one did look pretty promising to me, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. The unboxing knife is going to be my beautiful User Native 5 and M4. This thing is just, it's a king of a knife, it really is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple little cuts off screen real quick, just to get that tape off. Alrighty. And there we go. Got some peanuts, and we have a Best Techman. This is going to be the first Best Techman on the channel. There are about, I want to say maybe 4 models from Best Techman, which is the budget brand from Best Tech, which is cool. I've handled a couple things that are OEM'd by Best Tech. Incredible OEM work. Well, I suppose outsourced OEM work. You know, I guess everything gathered together by Best Tech. But I've never had anything directly from them, so this is as close as it gets. And what the hell? Oh, okay. I thought there's 2 different colored scales for a second. So this is going to be the Best Techman Good Boy, and of course I had to get these ridiculously vibrant teal scales. Now this one I believe is the one with satin blade. This is a budget knife. This is a super budget knife. It floats around 50 bucks on this channel. There's, you know, the super budget, which is floating around 50, and then budget, which is under 100 bucks. After that, you know, you start getting into the bigger stuff, right? But what interested me into this specific model was the overall size. There aren't too many full size, like within reason design. I mean, there are a couple full-size button lock knives, but not a lot of budget ones. So that's why I went ahead and decided to give this guy a chance. Now this is in D2 blade material. It is uncoated. There are some blackwash variants. I have never personally had D2 rust on me. A little bit of patina, but not much. Depending on how much I like this, I'll go ahead and put my acid stonewash, and that'll help with corrosion. But let's get this blade out. All right, good. A whole lot longer of a blade than I was expecting, and a very interesting little, I guess, dual ground portion up there. So maybe to help with a little bit more puncturing, a little bit more strength out to the tip. But I like it. Very clean, very simple. Let's check out the throw on that button there. I'm really hoping that this button is tuned well. All right, feels snappy. I do like that the button doesn't stick out a whole lot, because this is going to be a little bit more recommendable and safe for lefties to use. One thing that I've been noticing is that while there are a lot of wonderful button lock knives, whether they have a spot placement for the lefty clip, you know, reversible clip. This one does, which is nice. I like that for sure. The way that the button is positioned, if a lefty were to go and to grip this or choke up on it, some of the buttons stick out so far, and the springs are so delicate that the blade could actually be disengaged and cause, of course, some possible some injury there, which is a huge safety concern that honestly majority of channels have been, you know, neglecting to talk about, which is very unfortunate because it is a real thing. I do have a budget button lock knife that I recently unboxed, and I have been having a whole lot of issues with this, mainly the overall fit and finish, how far the button actually sticks out. I mean, that's crazy far out there. Also, the spring that they use is very underpowered, and while it is snappy and while the lockup is solid, the spring is just so delicate that I don't recommend this knife at all. I have yet to actually, well, during the recording of this video, I have yet to actually post the unboxing of this. You guys will probably see it before this, so a little bit of time, whatever, back and forth. But I mean, you'll see it. It'll be out there. I did have to go ahead and cut in my own sharpening choil because it was just absolute garbage from the factory. It's so thick behind the edge, it was just basically mashing anything I tried to cut with it, which is horrible. But also, this is a huge safety flop because if a lefty were to go into use this, you know, holding this in a normal use grip, I could actually feel that button disengaging almost all the way to the point where if enough pressure was applied to the back, it will fail. Huge issue. This, I very much appreciate. The button feels strong, well tuned, and the throw on the button, the travel, is it's not a super long travel that the button has to take to actually disengage, but it feels good. This actually does feel well thought out and well tuned. I do definitely like that a lot. The placement of the thumb studs feels pretty good to me. Just maybe wish they were a little bit maybe further out or higher up possibly. I don't know, they're really not that bad. Ergonomics, this is kind of flat but chamfered here along the sides and sculpted a little bit. Not too bad. This is G10. There are some steel liners in there with some decent holes for weight relief. They could have been bigger for a little bit more weight relief. We can go ahead and get the weight on this guy real quick, and we'll do a couple size comparisons because this is definitely a full-size knife. We're gonna go ahead and do a couple larger knives. 3.5. All right, not that bad, not bad at all. Could be a little bit lighter. Like I said, those holes for weight relief, they could have been wider, or just one. They could do kind of like how Civivi does with their weight relief and just make very large pockets, which is cool. Let's do the Vision FG right here. Yeah, that is a very well-tuned action for sure. I like that. I'm very happy with that. Hopefully it stays. There's not much, there's almost no stick to the button. I hope it stays that way. There you go. So below you have the Civivi Vision FG. And let's do PM2. Oh yeah, wow. So this is not much shorter than the PM2. They're pretty darn close. We'll go ahead and get a close-up on that edge and then do a factory edge test. Let's see one more size comparison. You know what? Let's do the Spyderco Manix. Why not? So on the dot, about the same length as a Manix, which is pretty cool. It's a very popular knife, so I believe a lot of people are going to enjoy this. So I'm very happy that there's finally like a more slender full-size knife. I know Civivi has a couple. Yeah, the Conspirator, I believe it is. That one, but it's a more like bulkier, more, I don't know, the shape and overall silhouette of that knife, it just, I had it for a little while. I had it on the channel. I believe I gifted it or did something with it, but it didn't stick around, so I didn't like it. But this is I think going to be a little bit more for me. I like the look of it overall, and of course the action is very important to me. I do definitely like that. I do enjoy the finishing work on the spine. That is, I mean, damn near Sebenza level jimping right there. Maybe a little closer together than Chris Reeves Sebenza level, but it feels pretty good, quite premium, especially at this price point, which is nice. Here, let's do a little edge test right here. It's all right, not a big deal. Could be a little bit more refined. It's pretty loud, and the actual paper, you could see a little bit of fuzzies there, so the edge is not super refined from the factory, which is a little bit of a bummer, but at this price point I don't really expect much more. At least I can say that the sharpening choil and plunge grind does look quite healthy. You'd probably be able to get a good like 4 or 5 sharpenings if you stay at the same angle. You could lay the angle back. It doesn't feel super thick behind the edge. I don't own calipers, unfortunately, but I can definitely feel with my fingers that this is definitely on a medium robustness. This isn't going to be a heavy duty use knife whatsoever. This is going to be a lightweight, all-purpose, longer reach kind of design here. So I do definitely like that. There's definitely a place for this in the hobby for sure. All the hardware, those look to be like T6, unfortunately, but let me go ahead and just double check. Where is it? Okay, so I have my T8 in there. So T8 for the pivot, nice. I'm assuming it's captured. It's on the one side. That's cool. Is that a Mallory design logo? Is that what it is? No, it's not. It's Keanu. So I've never had anything designed by Keanu, which is pretty cool. I do recognize that name from some stuff with Tucson, and he makes some pretty wild looking blades. Not really for me, but everybody has their own aesthetic, of course. Yeah, those are going to be T6, and then yeah, so pretty much all T6, which is quite unfortunate. They could have been T8, but that was just kind of a corner that was cut there, unfortunately. But yeah, overall this feels pretty good, and the action is very snappy, it's very smooth. I do definitely like it. The pseudo detent is strong enough to suck that blade in, and with minimal bounce, it is quite slick. I do definitely like that for sure. And with the kind of medium peel plied texturing on the G10, it's good. It's not going to tear up your pants, not going to feel weird on your hands or anything. These little cuts that are, I guess, milled into the G10, they're not sharp at all, but honestly there's probably going to be like a little bit of gunk trapped in there after a good bit of use. Pretty long, slender, bent steel pocket clip. Let's go ahead, let me check how that feels. I got some basketball shorts on, so very flimsy pocket hem there, but yeah, it feels good. Retention feels nice, even on very thin pant material there. So yeah, I like this. I am actually very happy. So this might redeem button locks for me for the year. So this is cool. I hope this thing stays the way it is. I hope nothing really changes, because this is good to go. Side to side, nothing there. Up and down, beautiful. One thing I have been noticing with budget button locks is that there is the tiniest bit of up and down. So this is solid. Check any pivot movement. If I really muscle it, I could feel something there, but there's nothing really there, so that's cool. So this is running on bearings, I believe. Yes, our bearings, a external steel stop pin there, and it almost looks like these are aligners that were meant to be used on a different design, because there are actually 2 holes there that usually would be for a closed stop pin position, but the actual button lock bar itself is what it makes contact with to hold itself and to not go past that. So any movement in the, I guess, the detent, the pseudo detent, that's strong. That's actually pretty good. I like that. This feels very healthy. I do definitely love how they've tuned the button. This is good. This is really good. I'm very happy with this. So cool. This is definitely going to be in my pocket tomorrow at work. I like it. I like it a lot. I hope nothing really changes. The centering even looks pretty good on this. Maybe a little bit to the clip side, but not by much. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little unboxing. I know I definitely did. I'm excited to take this to work tomorrow and carry it and use it a bunch. I even have a crap ton of cardboard here that I gotta destroy. I'm probably gonna end up putting my own edge on it after today, just to have a fresh edge tomorrow for work. But with that being said, if you guys are subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate all your support and patience. Of course, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing because I have plenty more videos coming your guys' way. And with that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day.